On Friday, Judge Tanya Chutkan unsealed nearly 2,000 pages of documents related to Donald Trump's election fraud case, despite objections raised by his legal team. These newly revealed records contain key testimony, including statements from former Attorney General Bill Barr. Barr's testimony indicates that in November 2020, he informed Trump that the claims about Dominion voting machines being rigged were without merit. The prosecution might use Barr's remarks as evidence in court, making it a rare instance where a former attorney general could testify against a sitting or former president. That's quite a significant move by the judge, especially given the scale of the evidence being released. It's surprising to see a former attorney general potentially testifying against a former president, which shows the gravity of this case. I wonder how this will impact the broader political landscape. The documents form part of Special Counsel Jack Smith's ongoing investigation into Trump's actions surrounding his attempt to overturn the results of the 2020 election. According to the released materials, Barr had advised Trump that the allegations concerning Dominion voting machines were crazy and could be easily debunked by simply comparing machine results with physical ballots. Yet, Trump reportedly ignored this advice and continued promoting the baseless claims that Dominion was complicit in election fraud. This false narrative has already had major legal ramifications for some of Trump's associates. For instance, Fox News agreed to a massive settlement of nearly $800 million with Dominion, and legal actions are still pending against prominent Trump supporters such as Rudy Giuliani and Mike Lindell. It's interesting that even with clear advice from someone as high up as Barr, Trump continued to push these claims. Ignoring legal advice in this way is bound to come back with consequences, and we're already seeing how it's impacting others around him. I wonder how far these legal battles will go, especially with other prominent figures still entangled in them. Trump's legal team strongly opposed the release of these documents, arguing that their public disclosure could harm his presidential campaign and put potential witnesses at risk, particularly given the intense media scrutiny surrounding the case and the approaching 2024 election. The lawyers also expressed concern about Vice President Kamala Harris mentioning the case in her campaign ads. Prior to Friday's release, Judge Chutkan had already made public a 165-page brief on October 2nd, shedding light on Trump's alleged actions during the January 6th Capitol riot, including claims that he was indifferent to the safety of then Vice President Mike Pence. Trump's legal team raising concerns about the impact on his campaign makes sense, considering how explosive this evidence could be. It's also worth noting that with elections around the corner, anything that brings more attention to his alleged misconduct could have a substantial effect on voter perceptions. It's no surprise they'd want to keep these details under wraps. The newly unsealed appendix further expands the collection of evidence accusing Trump of engaging in a conspiracy to defraud the United States, obstructing an official proceeding, and conspiring against rights. These charges relate to Trump's alleged efforts to pressure state officials into overturning the election results. Trump, however, has consistently denied all of the charges, maintaining that he is the target of a politically motivated witch hunt aimed at disrupting his 2024 presidential bid. Despite facing these serious allegations, Trump remains a central figure in the race for the presidency. The list of accusations against Trump is growing, and the charges are incredibly serious, touching on the core of democratic processes. Yet, his denial and claims of political persecution seem to resonate with his supporters.